Good morning, everybody, and wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom from Yerushalayim. I wanted to tell you, I read about an interesting custom that the Jews in France used to have a long, long time ago, hundreds of years ago. The custom was that when the patriarch of the family would die, they would actually take the wood from the table in their dining room and use that wood to build a coffin, and they would bury the person in the wood in the coffin of their Shabbos table. And the reason for that is actually quite interesting, and I think it relates to this week's Parsha also. You know, one of the vessels that's described in the construction of the Mishkan, this tabernacle that the Jewish people used while they were traveling in the desert, and then later on when they came into the land of Israel, was the shulchan. The shulchan means a table. And the role of the shulchan was to act as a form of atonement for the sins of the Jewish people. But then the Talmud says, you know, what happened after the temple was destroyed and they no longer had a shulchan? And the Talmud says something remarkable. It says the shulchan, the table in your home, now accomplishes the same thing. It's what achieves atonement for us for our transgressions. What do you think that means? Well, think about what we do at our Shabbos table. Think about that table. We invite guests into our home. We invite people that might not have anywhere else to go for Shabbat. Maybe a widow, maybe an orphan, maybe some poor people who don't have food for Shabbat, or just guests who need to come and experience and taste the sweetness and the beauty of Shabbos. We invite people into our home. Maybe we host a Sheva Brachos, a wedding celebration for a new chassan and kala, a bride and groom. There's so many mitzvos that we do at our Shabbos table that table just absorbs the holiness of all those mitzvos. And the Talmud says somebody who has a long table will have a long life. Now, it doesn't mean you have to have a lot of extensions in your table. It means that somebody who uses their Shabbat table or their dining room table in this way that I'm describing, to bring people in, to do mitzvahs, to help other people, to care about other people, that will be something that will extend their lives. And then these Jews in France had this fascinating custom. They were buried in the wood from the Shabbos table. Why? Because we know that when we leave this world, there's nothing that we can bring with us from the physical world with us into the next world. The only thing that we can take with us into the next world, what? Our mitzvot, our Torah, the things that we do to help other people in this world. That's what we bring with us. So being buried in that wood from that table represented that this is what I'm bringing with me into the world to come. This is what I have to show for myself for eternity. The chesed, the kindness, the mitzvos that I did for other people. Beautiful thought. Wishing you all a wonderful Shabbos. Hope to see you soon. The skies are open. It's a great time to come visit. It's a lot nicer here than it is in Chicago. It's warm. Come visit. Shabbat Shalom.